Hey y'all, check it out. Before y'all get done watching the video, make sure I click on the little watermark on the right hand side of the screen at the bottom to subscribe to the page. Hope y'all enjoy. Stay tuned.
I open my mind, watch I open my grind. This ain't no rap, this ain't no regular rhyme. I did not jot any line, this ain't no cap. I get respect where I'm from, I get respect where I'm at. Look how I'm moving, look who a part of the movement. Sit back and watch how I do it, watch how I do it. No, I don't do it for flexing, man, I'm just here with a message, here with a message. Know that you destined for greatness, hope that you live in your blessing, live in your blessing. Most of your people be hating, they just been needing direction, needing direction. Though it ain't nothing directed as long as you live in your lesson, live in your lesson.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the dorm room. Another episode of DubFactsU on air. Got my boy Brylan Phillips with me. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Cooped up in the house all day, but good off day. Needed it.
Road's been bad up there too.
Yeah, they said they was bad. So, I mean, last week, like I told you, they ain't even canceled class for the weather, so they had to be somewhat bad to close the whole campus down.
Okay, we're gonna get started, man. The question I ask everybody as soon as we get started: who's the first person to give you that work on the court?
Man, like they could be on my team or like in a practice or like somebody
anybody, anywhere at the park, the YMCA, wherever. Just somebody just gave you that work. You like, damn, he tough. Like, yeah, he just got me.
Adult wise, because I never really played like open run my age for a while. I say probably either my pops or Monty.
Or Monty, pops or Monty, yeah, that's tough.
Monty. And then around my age, I had to go probably RJ.
RJ, when y'all was younger,
yeah,
like middle school type shit.
Yeah, because we was always on the same team growing up, but in practice it wasn't none of that. Back then, it wasn't all starters on the same team versus the second group. So we all switching it up. So me and him used to go at it in practice. But that's probably the first person that come to mind. Or Cam.
Oh, yeah, Cam was tough as shit.
Nice.
Yeah, Cam was tough as shit, man. Yeah, them were both some tough covers back then. Your transition from high school to college, what's been the biggest difference for you?
I'd probably say just not even the pace of the game, but more like the speed and physicality of the game. It's just like as a PG, you always control your own pace, but it'd be some games where, that same pace you have from high school, it ain't working with 5 dudes out there with a 6'5" plus wingspan. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to get up and down. Sometimes you got to slow it down, and then going to the rim, them little bumps and stuff that you got in high school, you ain't getting that in college.
Yeah.
So them two things for sure is probably the biggest thing for me.
Do you feel that well, obviously I don't think you feel like you've accomplished all you wanted to yet with the game, but up to this point, are you satisfied or you still hungry for more?
Yeah, I'm definitely still hungry for more. Like you said, I ain't really accomplished nothing yet. Like, I made it to play at the next level, which most people don't get to do, which that's a blessing. But I ain't won nothing here yet. We got a good season right now, but I still got to get a natty while I'm here, and then hopefully go somewhere else next year and finish them 2 years. And then once I get that degree, then I feel like I accomplished something.
Right. That's good answer. Good answer. That natty definitely feels good, man. Then you'll be right down the street. It's still in Danville, right? The tournament.
Yeah.
Man, that natty feels good, man. I never lost to Parkland when I was playing, so yeah, we never lost to Parkland. They had some killers though when I was in JUCO too, but Lincoln, we was just stacked, we was loaded, man.
Yeah.
I always had fun playing over there though. The city of Champaign is always a fun place to go. Whether we're playing, we want to kick it, whatever. So how was what's the biggest difference we feel between living in Decatur and living in Champaign?
Man, like I tell people all the time, like they're like, "Oh, you close to home?" Woo woo. But like living over here, don't even feel like I'm even like close to Decatur. Like, yeah, that 40-minute drive ain't nothing to get back, but it's just like a whole nother city. Like everything like the same, but it's so many more food options, so much more stuff to do, and then just being somewhere like. For me, the biggest thing was I can go anywhere here and like not have to stop for a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
If I go to Walmart, I can just get in and out. Target, the mall, anywhere, I could just get in and out, and I'm gone back to the apartments. But that's probably the biggest thing for me. But then just like I said, like the food choices, just being away from home, but not too far away to like if I need something or something going on, I can get back. But that was probably the best part about moving from Decatur to here.
Yeah, Champaign is, for it to be so close, I feel like it's so different to me.
Way different.
When I'm over there, more stores, Decatur's a college town too, but Champaign is more of a real college town, with them having U of I over there and stuff like that too. Obviously everyone wants to go Division I and stuff like that. Did you feel like let down and whatnot, not to go like straight out of high school and stuff like that? Like, coming up with certain expectations and stuff like that. People look at it like, okay, it's D1 or nothing. If you don't go D1, then they're talking like you failed or whatnot or something like that to that nature. How did you feel about that? Like, could you tell the difference in the way like people treated you or acted towards you and stuff like that?
Yeah. At first for me it was kind of like the same thing, but I think once I hit about like 8th grade, freshman year, I was kind of already maxed out at height by then. So back then I was bigger than everybody. But once like I knew I wasn't gonna grow no more, I kind of like, came to like the realization of myself, like, the NBA over with. So the best you're gonna get is maybe overseas for a couple of years, make a little money. Probably ain't gonna go D1, especially once all the COVID stuff happened. So it came to like a second nature to me, like, oh yeah, like this is where I want to be, you know what I'm saying? To prove myself, to then get to that level. And then like you said, you definitely feel people like that you felt like was with you from the beginning, or when they felt like you was gonna be this big prospect going D1, this, that, and that, like, you feel like a load drop off your bandwagon kind of, if you know what I'm saying. Like you keep the ones that's been there since day one, but then all the ones that like kind of picked up along the way, like they just drop back off as you on this, this JUCO journey, you know what I'm saying? So but another big thing for me was, being recruited by Coach Fig. He never like made it feel like to me like I was being recruited by a junior college, if you know what I'm saying. Like, because I didn't talk to Division I coaches and stuff like that before the COVID. Just talking to him, it kind of felt like the same way. Like he made it seem like, regardless of like, even though we a Division II JUCO, like it's gonna be the same type of work, the same type of competition. Like you're gonna play some dogs, and you're gonna have to work for everything you get. So, just being recruited by him kind of helped me a lot of the transition of, not being a Division I player right out of high school.
Right. Yeah. I tell players all the time, man, there's some players who go D1, and they go JUCO and it, don't pan out on a JUCO level, end up having to go to a different level. And then there's some who don't go D1 right away, end up being better at the D1 level than they were at the JUCO level. So I think it's where it's basically see fit. You know what I mean? Like all about situations and the type of opportunity that you do get. Me in my eyes, I feel like you can play Division I basketball. Obviously, you have enough talent. You're a true point guard. There's not too many of those around anymore. But like you said, sometimes a Division II may be a better, situation for you. I really don't pay attention to the divisions and stuff like that. And just like you, I learned not to pay attention around that time when, it's in that moment, when you're playing and stuff like that. It's like, man, well, I don't care about going D1. You more so worried about, okay, this degree gonna last forever. The ball gonna stop bouncing one day or another anyway. You know what I mean? And then once you get a certain age, you understand the politics of the game and stuff like that too. So sometimes it don't matter how good you is, it's about who you know. I know plenty of players who, from when I was playing, went Division I that I may have gave work to on a JUCO level, and you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't get the same opportunity that they got. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a game of politics you got to play, but as long as you play, as long as you get that free degree and stuff like that, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, man. To be honest. But I feel like a lot of people get caught up and they don't even want to go to JUCO if it's not D1 because they feel like people back home gonna have this to say, had that to say. But at the end of the day, people gonna talk about you whether you're doing good, if you're doing bad or whatever. You can go D1 and not get no playing time. They're gonna talk about you then. Well, he went D1, but he ain't play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just crazy how the world works and stuff like that, man. But
Yeah, especially because, like you said, at the end of the day, say you do go D1 and then like it don't work out. Now you back at home. Now everybody that was all on your case about, oh, you went D1, you made it out. Now you back home where them same people at that, you know what I'm saying, that was so excited for you. Now ain't nobody there. So then now you in your head like, oh damn, like I did this, went to a bad situation or something, you know what I'm saying, or did what I thought I could do, and then it didn't work out. Now my support system ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that was like the biggest thing was, I sat down with my pops before I committed, and I was like, I already knew where I was going the whole time. Fig and them was probably, we had about like 30-something, 31 games senior year. Fig came at least 19, 20 of them.
Yeah, Fig a cool dude, man.
So I knew where I was going like from the jump, but like between my pops and Coach Dana, my AU coach, it was just like keep your options open, like you don't know what could come. But like, so then when I sat down with my pops, I was like, look, man, like this is what I'm gonna do, this is where I'm going. Like he never made me feel like that wasn't enough for him or wasn't enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So that was another big thing for me, was just like always having that support system, no matter like where I ended up going to.
Yeah, if y'all go to the national tournament though, there's gonna be so many schools there. You're sure to get an offer. Shit, definitely gonna get one. So the season going how it's going now, do you think that it was best that y'all lose now and get it on out the way, or would you have rather try to run the table and win it all undefeated?
I obviously, I would have rather us win it all undefeated, because you know what I'm saying, that's more a greater story for the kids, the grandkids, you know what I'm saying? But
right, yeah,
I definitely am glad that them losses came now, especially just being one to shoot the number 4 team in the country who was number 1 for the first 4 to 5 weeks of the season. So, you got them that we took that loss to, which then in the last 4 minutes, everybody else got ejected off the bench. So then we come back, we get like a culture win is what we called it. It's like 3 baseball players, a golfer, you know what I'm saying? Ended up only being 4 basketball players by the end of the first half, because our big man got ejected out of that game.
Dang.
So then we go into the rival game versus Danville, it's more of a thing where, like I said, the culture wins. So the culture's so strong here at Parkland, like I never had to worry with the baseball dudes on the team like that we was even gonna lose to Danville. You know what I'm saying? Like I went into that game like, oh yeah, it's just another win on the schedule.
Yeah.
And obviously we ended up losing by 2, but to lose by 2 in a rival game with 4 actual basketball players, like that's big in my eyes. So like, yeah, you don't ever want to be happy about a loss. You don't like, but you also don't want to dwell on the loss. Like once it's over, it's over. It's the next game. But then you also take away the positives from the loss instead of just all the negatives. Like 4 players missing 3 starters or whatever. So, and then the rest of the bench, you look at it like, damn. So now when we see them down the road with the whole team, what's going to be the turnout then? So, like you said, I think it's better that we took our losses now, because then also that loss to South Sub make everybody more hungry, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now you know what it feels like to get hit in your mouth. Now it's a response. So
yeah, I talked to Javen about that, man. I seen him post up, and I'm like, damn, I know he ain't injured. And he told me the story. I'm like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
He said he was subbing in for the dude that bumped into the coach or something like that.
Man, it was crazy. So they coach, he got about 500 something wins.
Yeah,
so,
John Pagatti or something like that. He was recruiting me for a little bit.
He respected by everybody, no matter where he go, who reffing, everybody respect him. So every time they get scored on anything, he calling a timeout. He on their heels, no matter if they have 30, 40, whatever. So he was on the court the whole game, like spazzing. And one of our players like, yo, can y'all get him off the court? Like, if we bump into him, then who fault it's going to be? And one of our players had walked by, like, you know what I'm saying, said something after, like, going into the timeout. And the coach, like, threw the clipboard and, like, yelled. But, like, our big man bumped into him. Well, he from overseas, so all he know is you bump into me, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm pushing back. Pushed him. Then our team's already on the court shaking hands with the team. They whole team just cleared the bench. And so it's not like we just gonna sit here and let our mans get jumped or nothing like that. And it's a timeout already. We already out here. Like, and if you go back on the film, like everybody on our team is trying to de-escalate the situation while they whole team trying to create a situation, if you know what I'm saying. So it was all fluky and janky. Like, it shouldn't have happened, but at the end of the day, it did. So, I mean, it was what it was at that point.
Yeah, y'all probably run back into them in the national tournament.
Yeah.
Hopefully so.
Sure.
Hopefully. That'll be decent, man. Got to get that get back, man. Got to get that get back. So growing up in Decatur, you know, you were been around the basketball all your life or whatever. Who are some of the players that you looked up to growing up?
I say, like, you know, older, gotta go you, Rob, D. Adams, Gerard, Monty, J. Rob, Lou Jack, you know, all them. My pops, obviously, Uncle Philippe, no, Rodney. Like, you look at all y'all, like the success y'all had, then you look back at it about KD, Amir, Armand, you know, Dallas, all them. Like, you look up to them dudes, like, oh man, like they going crazy in high school. Like, I'm sideline watching it. And then them are just people from Decatur, like you, Yakima Rose, Xavier Bishop. Like, I was over there with Unc and Kai, all they practices, you know what I'm saying? So just looking up to all them dudes, you know what I'm saying, all y'all, like, it kind of like groomed me for the game, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it made me want to be what y'all already had accomplished, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I remember coaching you in Mackay, man. What grade was y'all? Was y'all fifth grade?
Yeah,
fifth grade that year at LSA. Man, we was, I don't know, y'all was different then, for real, for real. I mean, you was out there getting triple doubles and shit, man. Mackay just bombs away and shit, man. I'm just like, man, these little dudes is tough as hell, for real, for real. I think we only lost maybe a couple games to the older teams.
Yeah.
But everybody else we played, it was just cakewalks. Like, I had never seen nobody like you in fucking fifth grade going out there getting triple doubles and shit. I'm like, man, this kid is different for real, bro. Like, and that was, I think, y'all first year, like, actually playing like organized 5-on-5 basketball for a school.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all done played, like, I think y'all had played AAU, and I think that once the summer before that was the first year of Sky, y'all played AAU, and y'all played like 3-on-3 tournaments and shit. But like, let's going out there getting triple doubles and shit. Like, I really was amazed, for real. Like, yeah, this kid's special, for real. Like, you didn't care about scoring, none of that shit. Like, you were doing everything. You'll get your 10 or whatever easy, obviously, not even trying to score. But you'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna get 10 assists. I'm gonna go get 10 rebounds. I'm trying to get a triple double or something. And I'm like, yeah, this is true. He's like a true point guard, for real. Like, and it ain't too many kids that you find like that in the fifth grade and shit. Like, my son, he in the fourth right now, so he be going to fifth grade next year. But I know for sure that ain't his damn objective to get no damn triple doubles or assists and shit like that. All the kids now want to do is score the damn ball, man. I don't even know if they know exactly what an assist is, for sure. But yeah, you was different, man. You was different. Yeah. Then to go win state championship middle school, y'all were undefeated, right?
Yep. On the 8th grade team. Yeah, because I was in 7th.
You were in 7th, weren't you? Yeah. 7th. The way y'all did that was nuts too. And y'all had one hell of a roster, bro. You, RJ, shit, Jabron, y'all had Bartley too, right?
Bartley,
Dabner. Who else y'all had?
We had we had Javion and Carl, the brothers. And that's really it, for real, for real. Ain't nobody else really.
Did they keep playing in high school?
Nah, Carl played at St. Decatur MacArthur, one of the two, for like freshman year, but they ended up not really playing sports for real no more after that. But like that first like 5 or 6 that you name, I think we was the only ones that really stuck with it. But
the main ones, yeah.
Back then, you had Jabron. He was what, 5 foot even.
Man, I was just talking to somebody the other day about Jabron, man. I was like, he just took off, man. And I be telling kids, like, they want to be in a rush. You know, some of my freshmen them asking me before we even played a freshman game, am I gonna be on JV? I'm like, man, you ain't even show what you can do in freshman yet. Y'all be so quick to want to move up just to say y'all playing JV or varsity. Like, sometimes you just have to go with the flow and stick to the script, you know what I mean? And that's a perfect example is Jabron. You know, he played freshman, he played JV, and then when his time came on varsity, he took advantage of it and he took off shit. Yeah. And he steady progressing and stuff like that. So I try to tell kids that all the time because Jabron, I remember him at Johns Hill with y'all. he was more so of like a defensive player. You know, his offense hadn't caught up all the way yet, but once it got there, it's like, yeah, he's a dog now. Jabron's a dog now. I love his game, man. I mean, I love the way he's came along over the years for sure, because back then it wasn't just people, you know, they had certain ones they would talk about. They would never include Jabron like that. You know what I mean? And sometimes it'd be like that. It'd be ones that they don't talk about, and they end up being up there with the ones that they were talking about. I love those stories. And he's a humble kid too. Always was quiet as hell.
Yeah, but like you said, like he progressed through the whole thing in high school, and then shoot, even last year, our freshman year at Parkland, the coach wanted him to red shirt at first.
Yeah, I remember that.
Something about red shirt, and then he came back to study hall. He talked to me about it. He's like, man, hell no. Like I ain't never like just back down. Like I'm not finna red shirt. Like I'm trying to get up out of here. I'm like, hey, don't do it then, because I don't see why you can't play.
Right.
Like them first couple games went by, him and Ty didn't touch the floor, man. By the end of the season, they was both probably averaging more minutes than I was.
Yeah.
Like just being on the floor, finishing out games, like, you know what I'm saying? And now you look at it, shoot, Jabron probably one of our best scorers on the team. Like we go to South Sub, damn near 30 points on 3 missed shots. So, I mean, if you talk about a story that like somebody that like actually, you know, stayed his course and progressed all the way up, like that man gotta come to the top of your list.
Yeah, that's definitely one hell of a story. And that game, yeah, y'all both, he damn near had a perfect game, 30 points damn near. You damn near had a triple-double. That y'all damn near played perfect shit.
Yeah.
Only thing that messed it up was the little thing that happened and y'all losing. But it don't get no better than that. And shit, that's about the best team y'all done played all year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty tough, man. So how do you feel like your high school career went? Do you feel like you achieved what you sought to achieve, or do you feel like you underachieved? I mean, obviously you didn't win a state championship or anything like that. You know, everybody wants to win a state championship, but everybody can't. But besides the fact that you didn't, everything else that you accomplished, do you feel like you accomplished it?
Yeah, for
the way you wanted to.
Besides that, like, you know what I'm saying? The one thing I did miss out on that I felt like I wish I could have got was, you know, Blue Jack assist record. I definitely wish I could have got that. But, you know, other than that, I felt like high school was just something like I had fun with. Like I never really thought about like the wins and the losses, just was going out there and having fun. So I think that was the most important part to me. So out of that aspect, I feel like I accomplished everything that I needed to, because, you know, I understood, you know, what really came with the game. Like wins and losses going to happen, but if you're not having fun at the end of the day, what's the point of even playing? So other than that, like besides that state championship, like you said, like I accomplished everything. Shoot, 1,000-point club, one of the best season in MacArthur history until they broke it the year after. Collinsville tournament, first time since the 37 years. So you got MVP, only the second person in Decatur to do that besides Lou Jack. I mean, I accomplished a lot. You know, the one goal that I did want, I didn't get, but like you said, everybody can't do it.
Yeah, one hell of a career for sure. Me being a person who went to both schools, which school did you like best overall, from the athletic standpoint to the classroom standpoint? Like as far as just the school being fun as a whole.
Fun as a whole, definitely MacArthur.
Yeah,
just like that's where, you know, the athletics is just different. Like I liked Eisenhower because, don't get me wrong, I would go to Eisenhower for just the education over MacArthur any day. Like the teachers there was great. I had a good relationship with all my teachers. Like I had good friends there that I was cool with. But MacArthur was just like I don't know what, like a family type. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was together. Like you didn't walk down the hallway without seeing one of your friends, whether it was the most popular dude in the school or the dude ain't nobody even noticed at the lunch table. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like everybody was like so close knitted, especially my senior year. Like we did so much stuff together, like me, Brylan Athlone, Jabron, Antoine, Jalen, Los, Malaysia, Kiki. Like we was always just together. So I feel like from a fun standpoint, definitely MacArthur.
Yep. I left MacArthur my second semester my junior year. I ain't like I had hella fun there too. I say MacArthur females were better than Eisenhower females at that time. But when I got to Eisenhower, that's damn near everybody I had grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, I always went to school on the west side of town growing up. I went to Dennis. Would have went to Roosevelt, but it was Stephen Decatur, so I went to Stephen Decatur, and then I went to MacArthur. So I always went to school on the west side of town, but growing up, I grew up on the south side of town though. Like me, my mom, my sisters, we lived out west by the disc on Forest Street, but my grandma lived on John Street out south, and even on during school days and stuff like that, majority of the time, you know, it's 5 days a week of school. I was going from Dennis home, then out to my grandma's house, damn near every day. So, I mean, it's like I lived out there. All my friends was out there and stuff like that, away from school. So when I got to Eisenhower, it was just like I'm back around all the friends that I grew up with and stuff like that. Now we finally going to school together, like, you know, like Wes, Lewis, all them. We all grew up on the same street. So I mean, we've seen each other daily, even when I didn't go to Eisenhower, when I was at MacArthur damn near. So it really wasn't no too much of a transition for me, because I was comfortable being around them already and whatnot. But I would say athletic wise, well, at that time, of course, Eisenhower basketball was different than MacArthur. So and then we had Coach Huss over there, and he just, I don't know, he taught us so much about basketball. I didn't even understand basketball until my senior year in high school, to be honest. When I got there and he was assistant coach, he taught us so much. It's like I learned so much in 1 year about basketball than I had learned ever.
Yeah.
I just was never really blessed to have, like, you know, a good coach that really knew the game. Well, my freshman year, your dad, you know, because he had been through it all, whatever. It's just we didn't have a good team. Shit. Yeah. He taught me a lot. And then shit, coaching staff that came my sophomore year, that shit was just so horrible. But shit, when I went to Eisenhower, it's like I learned a whole new just everything. And then even well, Philippe, he had helped out my sophomore year. He was on staff or whatever. So I mean, obviously, when it comes to coaching, that's my mentor. So he's taught me so much about coaching and stuff like that. So obviously, your dad, Philippe, and then Coach Huss, shit, them the three coaches that shit pretty much taught me everything I know about the game on and off the court, to be honest. So yeah. I was blessed to be in both situations, to see it from both sides and stuff like that. It always builds character when you can have a low point, then you know what I'm saying, come into a high point situation or whatnot. So
yeah, exactly. That's probably the best takeaway from it. You know, you get to see it from both sides of the table.
Yeah. You can always, that's always a plus, man. That's always a plus. So you know how to, you know, battle that adversity. You know how to, you know, bring your way up out of there and stuff like that. So that's my take from going to both schools and stuff like that. Because I mean, had I never left, I don't know where I would have been had I not left. So sometimes you have to do it. Were you concerned about what people thought about you leaving and stuff like that, or what they had to say and stuff?
Nah, because honestly, nobody knew the real, nobody knew the real about, you know, why I left. So I didn't really play into none of the, oh, he did this, he did that. Because honestly, Dub, I probably got more hate for my pops and everybody going to the MAC and me going to Eisenhower in the first place.
Yeah,
I did from going back to MacArthur. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was kind of like, you know, in the middle type of situation, like, but whatever. So, but yeah, I didn't ever really worry about that, especially because I was going to play with Quay, Nick, Barley, Jabron, because Makai ended up going there junior year. So it was really just like a oh well situation. Like, you know, like I can't worry about that. I gotta go worry about fitting in with this new team. So
yeah. And I remember when you were a kid. Wait, when was this? No, I think it's like right before your freshman year when you were going to Eisenhower. You were telling me like, man, I ain't never want to go to Eisenhower growing up. I always wanted to go to MacArthur. That's all I knew.
Always.
Yeah.
That's all it ever was. Like before Rodney got that job and ended up putting my dad and Carlton and all them on staff, man. None of us grew up thinking, oh, we about to go to the E. Like we was always on the sidelines with Makai while his pops was coaching. And even after that, like just watching the twins and stuff like that, like nobody ever thought like, oh, Oh,
Yeah, y'all were MacArthur crazy for
changed
sure.
up, man. Everything I had was blue. Always had my once a general, always a general. Like it was just always MacArthur until that point came, and then it's like, well, now it is what it is.
Yeah, Destiny used to eat you and your pops up, man. She used to eat y'all up, man. She's like, man, my dad a traitor too. My brother is a traitor too. Like my dad should have just went and coached at MacArthur.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna be a Panther while they're here.
it was crazy, man. But
so how has you and your dad's relationship grown now that you're a man now? You notice any differences between your relationship now from when you were in high school and when he's coaching you and stuff?
yeah, just like the conversations we be having, like in high school when he was my coach, like it wasn't like even that difference between like freshman, sophomore year when he was coaching me, it was some days I didn't want to talk to that nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we had a game, he said something to me or did this that I ain't like. So we go home, like I don't want to talk to you for a couple of days, like stand on what you said in practice, you know what I'm saying? Or what you did in practice, pulling me out the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was always that tension, like, but then at the end of the day, you got to realize, like, well, that's Pops at home, but there he got to be a coach. Like I'm everybody else to him. You know what I'm saying? So, but then once I went to MacArthur, like it was more of a teaching standpoint. You know what I'm saying? He was always in the crowd, like, and see everything. So he wasn't having to pay attention to 4 other dudes that was on the court as well. Like he was always just paying attention to me. So after the game, it was always that conversation about, what I did wrong first, what I could have did better. And then it was a good game. You know what I'm saying? So then now to the standpoint where like I'm at college, it's just like different conversations. Like, hey, what you on, son? How you doing? Like half the time it ain't even about basketball. It's more about real life stuff. So our relationship definitely probably got stronger since he stopped coaching me, just because it was less arguments about, the little stuff with basketball. But it's always been a close-knit relationship for sure.
Man, that's why I say I really don't want to coach my son too much, man, because we bump heads. So, man, it's crazy how we bump heads. We'd be working out or something outside or something.
Yeah.
We just bump heads. I'll just be like, man, I can't do this shit, man. I don't want to be the dad. That's why I have somebody else work his ass out, somebody else train him and stuff like that, man, because as a father, when it's your child, your expectations for them are higher than they would be for anybody else that you're training or you coaching or something like that. You feel like just because I was this good, okay, if I show him something simple, he should be able to do it with his eyes closed or something like that. But we got to understand that he's not you. You know what I mean? It's like I was doing this when I was 18, 19, 20, 21 or whatever. He's 10, 11, 12. He's not going to catch on to this like I caught on to it, no matter he's my son or what. The biggest thing with it is patience, for real, for real. And sometimes as a parent, you don't really have that because you just want your kid to be so great. It's like you don't want to wait for it to, unfold on its own and stuff like that. But I've learned to sit back and just like, okay, my son's only in 4th grade. Shit, he may be average as hell until he gets to a damn sophomore year or something. Then it might just, all right, everything clicks and he just, take off or whatever. So I don't know. That's just how I look at things now. I don't really like training them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? He done got with Gerard. I'm gonna get him with as many people as I can to avoid me having to do it all the time. Because like you said, the more, the better. So he can take something from each person, you know what I mean, and just put all together on his own and stuff like that. And I don't want to burn him out. So to speak. Don't want him to just be like, well, fuck this shit. I mean, I don't want to play this shit. He doing too much. I'm cool. Because I've seen that shit happen a lot too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. But man, I know you gotta get on your little what y'all got, film or something like that?
Man, bro, we gotta watch film and scout. Man.
Yeah, film and scout. Hey, that's a part of it, man. That's part of the process, man. You can't skip no steps, man. Y'all got a goal that y'all trying to reach. So all that matters, man. And then one last question I was gonna ask: is it anything particular you looking for in a 4-year school as you transition from JUCO to the next level?
I just want somebody that's gonna let me play like how I want to play. Cause I ain't like I said, like I ain't never really worried about going and scoring 20. Like that ain't my role no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I ain't 6'3", 6'4", so they got people that's 6'4" and up that can go get 30. So they don't need me. I just want somebody that's gonna be able to let me run a show, you know what I'm saying, play out the ball screen, get others involved, get my assists, and I'm cool. And then somewhere that just like that's like a family. I don't want to go nowhere where I feel like I got to worry about talking to my coach every week about playing time or
Stuff like
this
that.
and
Yeah.
that. Like I just want to go somewhere I know I'm gonna play. I don't even care if it's 20 minutes. Like I play what 27 plus now, but 15, 20 minutes, that's cool for me at the 4 year.
That's the main thing, man. Being on that damn floor. As long as I'm playing, I'm straight.
Yeah. And that was one of my biggest things was because like, you know, I was talking to my pops about like, you know, maybe going somewhere far or staying close. But like
Mhm.
I was like if I ain't gotta worry like about playing time or something like that, like I'd be cool going far away, but I can't go far away after already being close to home for 2 years. I can't go far away and be not playing
Right.
in a room with a nigga I don't know. I got to get to know, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't go out there and go through like that. That's something that caused like, you know, some depression, some mental stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
that,
can't go
that
far away
definitely
from
do
that.
it.
Yeah, but like that's just my biggest thing is somewhere I know I'm gonna get on the floor because I don't want to go nowhere where I gotta second guess it and then I'm ready to transfer. Then I gotta sit out a year maybe or something like that just to go somewhere else. And then that's adding on to 2 more academic years that I gotta put up with school that I really don't want to do. But you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? That's just something I gotta do. So just something small. Like I don't care if it's D1, D2, whatever. I just somewhere.
Yeah, well, I can tell you right now, you guaranteed to get a shitload of D2 offers. That's a given for
Yeah.
sure. But I feel like the D1 opportunities will come too. Everything will unfold. You'll be straight, man. So you're gonna be in a good situation either way, man. And shit, like I said, either way it go, the education's gonna be paid for. So
Yeah.
whether you continue to play after, shit, you go right into the work field, whatever you're gonna do, you're gonna be straight. What is your backup plan if you happen not to go overseas or anything like that?
Trade school.
Trade school? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's different. That's different.
My best, you know, CJ,
Mm-hmm.
LJ, big brother. Yeah, that's my best friend, and he already got into like he did like the little internship in high school, and then they got him you know, a job at the company he was working with, and then they
Mm-hmm.
sent him to trade school. It's like he do like 3 weeks at work, then go to Pekin for a week and just do straight classes, and they pay him to go. And so he
Damn.
been like he been talking to me about it heavy, like just saying like it's so much easier than having to go look for a job like with a degree or something. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
even if I got that degree, like it's always gonna be somebody either that's already got that job or somebody they looking for with a PhD or a master's or something like that.
Something like
So
that. Yeah.
he was like, in trades, like it's just you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once you get that certificate or whatever it is, like you do whatever you want. So I was either looking at like carpentry or like plumbing or something like that.
Okay. That's decent. That's decent. Wait, so you said LJ big brother, LJ that's on my team?
Yeah.
I didn't know CJ was his brother.
Yeah, you can't. If you look at the pictures, Dub, when CJ was that age to when LJ get to CJ age now,
Yeah.
and their biggest brother Trey, it's like they all just went through a phase of looking the exact same as they grow up.
I swear I didn't know that. I swear I didn't know that.
Yeah, but they all
LJ got some potential too, man. He gonna be tall as hell.
yeah. I be talking to LJ all the time. Every time I'm on the game with CJ, what up? I'll be like, what up, man? How basketball going? He be like, good, man. We won or whatever. I'll be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, man. We got a pretty solid group, man. I feel like the group I got by the time they're junior, senior year, they'll be decent. So
Yeah.
us and SHG, both pretty young, probably the youngest 2 teams in the conference. Couple years, we'll be towards the top of the conference as long as everybody stay locked in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, man, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get on up out of here, man. I'm gonna be in tune with you, man. Probably have to get you back on here towards the end of the season or something. Once y'all season over, recap on things and talk about schools and all that shit. Your plans going forward and stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Whenever, man. Whenever I'm free, I'll hop on.
Okay, man. Say no more.
All right, my guy.
Appreciate you hopping on, man.
Yes, sir. You already know.
All right, I'm gonna holler at you.
Bet.
All right.